Law enforcement officers frequently encounter a variety of dangerous individuals, but what transpires when they find themselves up against suspects with a 200 IQ who possess a deeper understanding of the law than the officers themselves?
When's the last time you smoked weed? I blew zero, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that. Absolutely I can. Is he allowed to do that?
This is how these corrupt detectives responded when they were outsmarted by suspects, beginning with Police Chief Michael Cicchini. On September 17, 2022, the police chief chose to threaten the wrong individuals. Cicchini had been bothering these youngsters for allegedly disturbing the peace, but Parker Wan and Travis Kren were simply engaging in playful activities. Little did the chief know that they were about to demonstrate their knowledge of the law.
Disturbing the peace. Both of them squealing their wheels at me.
He's talking to Travis.
They come here, they hit the cone, they're messing around here around this new monument. I had enough.
The subsequent actions taken by the chief were unlawful, and Travis was well aware of it.
Get out of here. I didn't even do that. Yeah, you did. What'd I do? What'd I do? Go. That battery? Get out of here. It's disturbing the peace. You hit me because of disturbing the peace? Yeah, it's a crime. You need to go. You just committed battery. No. Yes. No, you hit me with a flashlight. That's battery. Get out of here. How is that right?
In response, Krim urged his friend to contact the police, but Cicchini, wielding his badge, asserted his identity as a cop in an attempt to intimidate them. However, this tactic proved ineffective, as they were aware that Cicchini was the perpetrator of the assault. Defiantly, they refused to depart until law enforcement arrived. Cicchini contended that his badge granted him the authority to assault anyone, but the teenagers dismissed his false claims of justified battery.
Right? Mm-hmm. Call the cops. Yep, that's right. You call the cops. You just committed battery, right? Chief of police. Call the cops. That doesn't work that way, dude. Yeah. You're gonna tell me the law? What, you think some legal scholar on the Supreme Court? No, well, like, what are we doing that's illegal? You can't hit me with a flashlight. Disturb the peace.
What's the First Amendment?
You hit me with a flashlight.
No, you don't have a right to disturb the peace.
You hit me with a flashlight, bro. What are you talking about?
You'll be astonished by Cicchini's subsequent actions.
Assault me. You want me to go? Assault. I'll make out with you right now. I sweep both ways, bro. Go ahead. Assault.
Having exhausted his options, his next scheme involved getting the boys to attack him, giving him something to present to the police. However, the teenagers were too savvy to fall for that.
I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna touch you. I know.
Get out of his face.
I know better, bro.
Hey,
what is he
you
doing
send
to
a
you?
unit down here? I've got 3 hooligans that need to go.
Hooligans? You hit me with a flashlight.
Fortunately, they captured the entire incident on video, and when additional officers arrived, the chief's courage quickly waned.
5 minutes or so of the screeching tires from the birds, you know, and the hooting and hollering down here. So I go out onto my balcony and I look down, and they're just, they're driving, and the guy in the long hair intentionally drives his scooter into the barricade, and I go, hey, cut it out. Cut your shit.
So you're up in the apartment?
I'm up in my apartment. I forget what he says of me. I can do whatever I want. And I go, you need to get out of here. Something to that effect. And,
He hit the barrel or the bar?
he hit the barrel right there, the middle barrel. Open the door, tell him to leave, get out of here. Then I walk across the little plaza here to the curb area. He walks towards me, and the confrontation begins.
Did he, when you were upstairs, did he tell you that he was going to kick your
Something to that, yeah, he said that, yeah.
Cicchini claimed he was off duty at home when he heard the 2 boys causing damage. He instructed them to leave, but when one of them issued a threat, he chose to go downstairs and address the situation personally. However, his account differed from the actual events.
Felt that he was hostile towards me, so I did how I was taught back in the day as a pectoral, large muscle mass jab, right?
with your hand?
With my butt of my flashlight.
What happened then?
He got angry, obviously, and accused me of assaulting him, calling me various names such as bald-headed.
Did he know you were a police officer?
I did identify myself, showed him my badge.
Prior to this altercation?
I may have when I was walking up. Challenged me to fight and dared me to come down. Okay, I came down, he stood off on me, and I did a pectoral jab with my flashlight. Okay?
Fortunately, the teenagers were able to present their perspective as well, and they recounted the truth of what transpired.
What's going on?
So we were just riding around on burn scooters, you know, like teenagers do. And then he came up here. I'm 19.
Okay.
And he hit the cone right here and knocked it over.
That one?
Yeah, and knocked it over. And then he started yelling, and he threatened him first. So he was defending himself, like against him.
How did he threaten him?
I don't remember exactly what he said.
Okay.
But he antagonized him, so he was defending himself. Travis was standing right there, didn't say a single word.
Right.
Like on the road, and he came up and hit him. I don't know if it was like in the chest or the rib cage, but he hit him with the flashlight and then started shining it in his eyes.
I was riding. You know how like when you press the brake, the back wheel locks up and it makes a squeaking noise, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you can drift when you do that. It's kind of fun, right?
Okay.
I get it's kind of late and stuff, right?
Right.
But he's up there. He goes, "Hey, big shot, you want to go?" Right? Because he said, "Why don't you keep it down?" I said, "I'm not doing nothing wrong." He goes, "Hey, big shot, you want to go?" Right? And I stood right here. I said, "What's up?" He walks up to me and like, "I'm not gonna hit you, I promise." He goes like that and jabs me like right here in the ribs with the flashlight.
Okay.
And then he said he felt threatened. My hands were at my sides. I don't know. I didn't swing at him. I didn't pick up.
What did you do when he walked down?
I just stood there.
So he hits you in the stomach with the flashlight.
Like
then
the
what?
rib cage, not the
Okay.
stomach, bro.
Cicchini intended to press charges against the two individuals for the incident, but ironically, he found himself facing charges. He was charged with assault and battery, leading to his removal from the position of Bass City's public safety director and chief of police. This subsequent officer was adamant about charging his suspect for an action that was entirely innocent.
Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm going to read you Miranda, okay? Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
On August the 28th, 2022, Taven Galanakis was pulled over by police officer Nathan Winters for having his bright lights on. Despite Galanakis providing a valid reason and explaining that he turns them off when another car approaches, Officer Winters insisted on the illegality of the situation.
Hi there. How you doing, sir? Good, how are you? Good. My name's Officer Winters with the Newton Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because you have your bright lights on.
Yeah, I have a headlight out, so I just keep my brights on.
Okay, well that's not legal.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Yeah, I turn when a car comes by, I turn them off, but like...
Well, you didn't with me.
Oh, you weren't close enough though. You were a while back.
It has to be within 500 feet.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
And you're not supposed to have your brights on in the city limit.
The officer then proceeded to question Galanakis about his license and registration, asking unusual and seemingly irrelevant questions.
You got your license, registration, insurance with you?
Yeah, I got you.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you headed?
Back home.
Where's home? Are you new to town or something?
No.
You don't have anything on you? No bombs, guns, drugs?
No bombs or no drugs.
Okay, let's go back here.
As the interaction continued, Officer Winters noticed Tavin's movements and detected the smell of alcohol, immediately assuming that he had been drinking. Despite Tavin's assertion of sobriety, Officer Winters remained unconvinced, leading Tavin to request a breathalyzer test.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
None.
What do you mean none?
I had nothing to drink.
Okay. Why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
The teen, Galanakis, not only requested the breathalyzer test, but also questioned Officer Winters about potential consequences if the test indicated no alcohol consumption.
I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. So your movements in the car with you fumbling over the registration?
Yep.
Kind of say otherwise.
All right.
And so does the odor of alcohol coming from your person.
Great. Let's do a test and
We'll get to the test.
I can't wait.
Despite Galanakis' persistence, Officer Winters carried out various sobriety tests, such as instructing him to stand with heels and toes together, checking his eyes, and conducting a walk and turn test.
All right, so I'm going to actually have you stand right here is fine for now. I'm going to have you stand with your heels and toes together, with your arms down to your side. Okay? I'm going to check your eyes.
Cool.
Okay, what I want you to do is follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, and do not move your head, okay?
Yep.
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right, so I want you to put your left foot on the line. okay? Take your right foot, put it in front of your left foot, with the heel of your right foot touching the toe of your left foot, just like this, okay? Stay in this position until I tell you to begin, okay? Perfect.
Galanakis repeatedly asked for the breathalyzer, emphasizing its simplicity and expressing eagerness to move forward. Despite the ongoing requests, Officer Winters continued with additional tests, including estimating the passing of 30 seconds with closed eyes and performing a finger-to-nose and hand rotation test.
Come on, man, it's too easy. Let's do the breath now. 2 for 2. Give me a little blow.
I will.
Blow zeros.
I will here in a minute. Okay. All right. Couple more tests here, okay? I want you to stand with your heels and toes together with your arms down your side. When I say begin, I want you to estimate the passing of 30 seconds, close your eyes, and tilt your head back, okay?
Estimate the passing in 30 seconds?
Yes, sir.
And another.
I want you to stand just like you are, make a fist, rotate your hands facing me, and extend both index fingers.
I would record it, but like my phone's at 1%.
Okay, rotate your palms, just like that. I'm gonna give you a series of commands, okay? The command's gonna be either left or right. Okay, whichever hand I say, I want you to bring that hand up, touch the tip of your nose with the tip of your finger, and bring your hand immediately back down, okay?
Galanakis, confident of his sobriety, maintained a casual demeanor throughout the tests.
Let's blow real quick. Stop doing all these damn tests, let's blow. Let's get to business.
Approximately 1 hour into the stop, Officer Winters finally administered the breathalyzer, but the results didn't align with his expectations.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm gonna read you Miranda, okay?
The breathalyzer device displayed 0.4.0, indicating no alcohol consumption. Yet, Officer Winters proceeded to read Galanakis his Miranda rights before making an arrest. Now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you before questioning.
Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you before any question, okay?
Yes, sir.
Despite the 0 alcohol reading, Officer Winters didn't immediately show the results to Galanakis. Instead, he attempted to accuse him of smoking weed. However, Galanakis quickly refuted the claim, stating he hadn't smoked weed that night.
When's the last time we smoked weed?
I do not remember that.
Tonight?
Oh.
Okay, well I think it's tonight.
I've had no weed tonight. What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely I can.
Is he allowed to do that?
Yes, he is.
So I blow zeros and you smoke drugs, man. That's what we on? I blow zeros, so you think I'm on drugs.
Despite Galanakis' denial of drug use and the absence of evidence, Officer Winters claimed he had a reason for the arrest, though his confession on the phone presented a different version of events.
Here's my situation. I stopped this guy for having his brights on. He fumbles around with his registration 3, 4, 5 times. He bombed sobriety. I asked him, I read him Miranda, PBT 000. So he says he'll do an evaluation, but he's kind of a smart ass. Would you want to talk to him, or? All right, that's what we'll do then. Okay, but I obviously have enough to charge him with the sobriety, so.
Galanakis was arrested and taken to the police station, where he underwent another test, this time for drugs. As expected, the results showed that Galanakis had nothing in his system.
We're going home tonight, okay? I have no evidence or no information to suggest that you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Thank you.
So he sought to have his final words with Winters, who had exerted considerable effort to press charges against him.
So I just want to know, how does it feel? How does it feel for what? Remember I told you when you first pulled me over? And you're like, you're impaired. You're on drugs. You drink alcohol. Turns out I'm not on any of that. Okay. Really dumb decision by you today. I'm really disappointed in how you can't bite your job.
I based my decision on your field sobriety tests.
Was it really failed though? It was pouring outside. It was terrible cement.
The narratives illustrate instances where law enforcement officers faced challenges when dealing with suspects who displayed a high level of intelligence and knowledge of the law. The stories highlight the consequences of corruption and abuse of power within the police force, ultimately emphasizing the need for accountability and ethical conduct. The account begins with the actions of Police Chief Michael Cicchini, who wrongly targeted individuals for allegedly disturbing the peace. When confronted by Parker Wan and Travis Kren, who were well versed in their legal rights, Cicchini's unlawful actions were exposed. The subsequent attempt to use his badge to intimidate them failed, and the teenagers stood their ground, capturing the incident on video. Galanakis' insistence on a breathalyzer test, coupled with the video recording of the encounter, revealed the officer's unjust actions. Despite displaying 0.0 on the breathalyzer, Galanakis was read his Miranda rights, and Officer Winters attempted to shift the accusation to drug use. However, subsequent drug test results proved Galanakis' innocence. These narratives shed light on the importance of transparency, integrity, and adherence to legal protocols within law enforcement. They underscore the significance of holding officers accountable for their actions and maintaining a fair and just criminal justice system.